What's up guys, Simply Coco here and welcome back to my channel and welcome to another speed build here in The Sims 4. So today we are building a renovated church, as you can probably tell from the title. So this is an old church that was renovated into a home. So I am building from reference, and as we speak I'm pulling up the reference image so that I can pop it up on the screen now. I do have a storyline for this build, but I will get into the storyline behind it once I get into the interiors. Into the interior, not interiors. But this does end up being a loft space. So if you don't know what a loft is, there's not like a closed off room. It's just you like go upstairs and then there's an open room where you sleep. So that's kind of my like short quick definition of a loft. But I am building in the world of Windenburg, which is the world that came with the Get Together expansion pack. I use a lot of Get Together, I use a lot of Strangerville, and I use a lot of University. So if you don't have one or any of those three packs, it's going to be pretty difficult for you to download this lot. Which is really safe to say for all my builds because I do not pack restrict whatsoever. I have said in a few past speed builds that if there's any packs specifically that you would like me to build with, just leave me a comment and I will possibly do a limited pack build with those packs. So far I've gotten, I think, one person to actually tell me that they want me to do a limited pack build. If I can find that comment real quick, I'll tell you what it is, what they want me to do. I know it doesn't matter, but you probably don't care. But we're gonna be on the exterior of this for a minute. I don't remember what they asked me to do. I don't see it. One person did ask me to do more CC builds. I did recently do a CC build that was using like all of Felix Andre and Harry's custom content packs, and also I was using Lil Dicka's Sleek Slumber. So if you want to check out that build, I'll put it in the description if I remember. But yeah, if there's any packs that you want me to build with, so like base game plus city living, or base game plus cats and dogs, or base game plus cats and dogs and city living, just let me know down in the comments and I might possibly do that for you. I haven't been posting on the gallery as often as I should, and that is completely my fault because I found an easier way to do it because I'm using the Better Build and Buy mod, and usually what you have to do is take the mod, like turn Better Build Buy off, restart your game, open it, and then upload to the gallery. Otherwise, whatever you upload will be flagged as custom content. But there's a way to do it now where all I have to do is take the mod out of the mods folder and then open the game, and I can upload everything to the gallery and then just go back out and put it back in the mod folder instead of like having to turn on the game, turn Better Build Buy off, turn the game off, open it back up, put everything I want on the gallery, and then turn the game back off, or turn the mod back on, then turn the game back off, and then back on again. It's just a lot, basically. You probably got so lost just then, but just know it's a lot is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, so the exterior of this build is coming along pretty well. The landscaping on this lot I end up really enjoying, using a lot of stuff from Get Together, like I said. Yeah. Now these little, I don't know what you'd call it, the like path lining bricks or stones or whatever. These are from not Realm of Magic, Jungle Adventure. They're from Jungle Adventure, And I got the idea to use them actually from Devin Bumpkin. I didn't go into this build like knowing I was going to use them. I actually just came across them in the debug menu. I was like, oh, hey, these are the ones Aiden always uses. So I use them. um, excuse me. And I really like this idea of having like a path going from like going all the way around the church. The path on the left side doesn't really lead to anything. I end up putting a bench there. And then the path on the right side actually leads to a fence that will lead to the backyard. Um, yeah, now we're moving on to the interior. So you see me putting these beams up just to resemble like beams in a church, and I am using platforms in this build. They're kind of not really set up. Like I was kind of thinking like, well, maybe this could be the altar, could have been the altar, and now it's the kitchen. But the kind of the orientation it's in currently doesn't make sense for that to have been the altar because there wouldn't have been room for like the pews for people to sit. So the altar would have actually been like further in the back where this higher platform is. But anyway, so where I'm putting this black, that's going to end up being the kitchen. The higher platform ends up being the bedroom, and right next to the higher platform is the bathroom, and next to the bathroom is the interior door that leads to the backyard. But now I'm doing the kitchen. It took me a while to decide what counters I wanted to use because I really wasn't sure of what style this build was going to be. Like I didn't know if it was going to be modern or art deco or traditional or gothic or Victorian. Like I had no idea what style I was going for. I ended up going for these base game counters because I imagine like whoever built this wanted to keep it like wanted to keep wanted the things in it to still make it resemble a church, just so you would know that this was once a church. I didn't want to go full on like modern and you wouldn't even be able to recognize it as a church. So I guess that's what I was going for. Ignore the window behind it. I end up getting rid of it, and then I put like two small like shutter windows, I think from university, above the cabinets, because I was just gonna leave those cabinets over the window, but then the more I looked at it, I was like, those cabinets would literally have no way of staying up. So I ended up getting rid of that window, which really hurt my feelings, but I kept all three of the big windows on the other side. I do use Journey to Bat 2 in this build because the Journey to Bat 2 lighting or the Journey to Bat 2 lights are really good, and they really look like they could be like church chandeliers. So I do use these. I use two of them. And now that we're on to the interior, let's go ahead and get into the storyline because I think it's quite what's the word I'm looking for? It's quite a detailed, I guess, storyline. So yeah, it might take me a while to like explain. But right now we're doing the living room. I am using the couches from, or some of the couches or and objects from the new paranormal pack. I have not gotten over using the stuff from that pack yet. I just love it. And I wanted to use this particular couch because if you look at it closely, it's like that maroon color and like the pattern on it is like a yellowy color. And in the window has like a yellowy orange color and that maroon color in the like stained glass. So I was like, that's perfect. So that's why I'm using that color, and it really comes together really well. But anyway, so this house is going to belong to a struggling musician. So the reason she's a struggling musician is because she used to be homeless. She would just basically hop around from like shelter to shelter in the world of Windenburg. Maybe some nights when shelters were full, she would have to sleep under bridges or something like that. But I imagine she carries around this really, or used to carry around this really old guitar, and everyone in town knew who she was. She's a really, really nice person. She speaks to everyone she sees. She's not a beggar. She does not beg for money. She doesn't, come up to random people while they're pumping gas and say, "Can you give me 25 cents?" Like, she's not that type of person. She's a really sweet girl. Everyone knows her. Everyone loves her. And maybe local cafes and local coffee shops and local pubs and stuff like that will let her come and do gigs inside their restaurant, and maybe they'll give her a free meal every when she does that, and the money she makes from those like little gigs will that allows her to eat, but she never really made enough money to allow her to buy an apartment or buy a house. And you know she as far as why she as far as why she's homeless, I don't know. I don't know her full backstory. If you want to come up with one, please shoot it down in the comments, and I'll pin your comment or something. Um, but I would love to play out this storyline. But every time I have a storyline for a build, though, I always want to play it out. So I probably won't end up playing it out. But if you do, feel free to show me on Twitter, like tag me in some screenshots or something. Or if you make a YouTube video out of it, feel free to tag me and I'll definitely watch it. Like that'd be awesome. Um, all my info to get this off of the gallery is will be in the description box. It will be in the description box in every single video, um, just so you know. But you did see me place an organ in here, so I would imagine that was from the original church. So I did try to leave some traditional looking furniture and some objects that would have already been in the church when it was a church. So like that organ and like that bench that I put back there in the little hallway, that would have been one of the pews. What else? Just different things that would have already been in the church. Oh, the console table that I have the TV sitting on, I imagine that was already in the church. That fancy looking like lamp that I put next to the chairs, I imagine that was already in the church. So just different like traditional Gothic looking things that I felt like could have already been in the church, and the people that built the house just repurposed it. So now we're up into the loft area doing her bedroom. And speaking of the people that built the house, so you were probably wondering, well, if she has no money, how is she living here? And how did she renovate it? She didn't renovate it. Since everyone in the community loves her and all the businesses around town love her and support her, everyone decided to come together and renovate this old church for her. So, local businesses and, local rich people and just local people in general, donated money to whoever was the leader of this project, and they renovated the town's old church into a home for her. And maybe like the land grabs or something, I don't know. Some rich family in Windenburg decided, okay, we're going to pay your rent for you, or we're going to pay your bills for you for up to a year. And after that, you'll have to pay your bills. So she has a year to kind of get on her feet, follow her dreams, and if it doesn't work out, you need to find a real job so that you can pay your bills. So that's kind of the storyline. See, that it took me literally over half the video just to tell you the storyline. So that's why I wanted to go ahead and get into it, because I pretty much talked through all of the living room and the bedroom. But yeah, that's okay. I'm also using a lot of base game in this build. That's something I don't do a lot. I don't think I ever use a base game bed, and I did in this build. But anyway, this little section is just like a coffee nook. It's also where the microwave is, obviously, as you can see. So now I'm just cluttering the kitchen up. Normally I clutter well, no. I was about to say normally I clutter the kitchen up last, and I've said that in a lot of voiceovers that's what I do. I do every room and then just clutter the kitchen last randomly, but I am currently doing that because this is the last thing you're going to see me do on the interior is clutter the kitchen. I didn't know what to put here, so I ended up just putting a chair. Yeah, really no reason. Maybe she can sit there and have her morning coffee and grab a book and sit there and read it. I don't know. Now we're moving on into the backyard. It's a pretty simple backyard. I do give her a pool. That's why I said like the local businesses and the local rich people would have had to help renovate this, because a church wouldn't have had a pool. So a lot of this had to be renovated. The only thing that wasn't renovated was like the building itself. Like the building itself was not renovated, but like the entire interior was gutted. Whatever was originally behind the church had to get, you know, had to get gone. What I imagine like behind most, from what I know, most pastors or preachers or whatever you call it live on the property that their church is on. So maybe like the preacher's house was back here. Maybe it was just a small little tiny home or something. They probably would have had to demolish that. Um, yeah, so this lot would have been really, really expensive to renovate in real life. So yeah, right here, I didn't really know what to put, so I just put a whole bunch of planters. That's usually my go-to in backyards when I don't know what to put. And then I use this pergola from the base game. Yeah, from base game. We got it with the Spanish Heritage Month update, and I was like, yes, that fills up that space, and it's cute. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. Just adding some more stuff, and I think I'm gonna go around and add lights, and after that the screenshots will roll. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will always respond to your comments, and please hit that notification bell. That way you know exactly when I post my next video, exactly when I post it, and I will see you all then. Bye, guys. Oh yeah, this is the bathroom that I literally just forgot to do, so I did it last. Okay, bye, guys.